losing hope on getting the brand new Titanic that is free to play, so am I. With over 227 currently available of the normal variant, it's unsure how many left are of the golden, and if possible, maybe if there is a rainbow, are in the game still. So today I'm going to be going into the neighborhoods and figuring out if it is worth it in actually putting time into this. Now, I have so many masks. I have 1,194 of these little guys. Yes, I can go out and sell them, but I bought a few of them and I ended up getting a bunch of them in the last area. So thank you guys so much for sending me some of these as well for testing this out today. I know Reaps, Nomana, Mage, everybody who sent me some. I forgot who it was already, but thank you guys. Now, the word on the street is that the normal tarantula base is 1 out of 19,513 chances, meaning that every single little door that you go to, you might have a chance of getting one. At least the one that has like the actual little tarantula picture on it. Then you have the Grim Reaper neighborhood, which is set at 1 out of 19,568. Then the one that I didn't even bother unlocking because it took too long because of the missions and stuff, but it is 1 out of 19,658 chances in order to basically get it. Now, this kind of like reminds me of the prison world area where you're able to go into each and every single cell as long as you have the keys to get them. Except this one might be a little bit more difficult in order to get it. So it looks like you also have the chances as well. They are, I believe, 3, 5, and 10 times chances in order to get these through the doors itself. Now, the main goal of this is to open as many doors as possible without getting kicked out of this area. In order to basically go to the next room, you have to finish every single quest that it gives you. Once you finish every single quest that this area gives you, then you will unlock the next section, which would be the Grim Reaper neighborhood. I'm pretty sure by now most of you guys have already finished this entire section and kinda are contemplating whether or not you want to go ahead and put the time and effort in basically doing all of this to have a chance in order to get one of these huges. Remember, keep in mind, once these are gone, they are gone, meaning that we don't know if it's going to basically come back next Halloween or if it will be replaced by something entirely different. So as you could tell, it's just somewhat difficult to kind of like figure out whether or not it's totally completely worth it to do this. So it probably also doesn't help to know that the tarantula is only 74 million basically, and you might even find it for cheaper. Of course, as the event is over, this might rise up in price, obviously, because we won't be able to obtain it anymore, but this is what the tarantula is currently worth. Next up is the huge Reaper cat, which honestly is extremely expensive for those that actually want to go out and get it in the trade hub. Obviously, if you're able to get one of these through the masks itself, through the second part of the neighborhood, this is definitely worth it. And finally, the vampire dragon. Yes, this is extremely expensive with a low existing number in the game. Obviously, this is probably the one that everybody is probably going to go after, obviously, just because that it's almost worth 1 billion gems. And remember, like I said, when the event is finally gone, this is going to just go up in price so long as there are not more in the game that pop up randomly. Obviously, if you're trying to get the drops organically, go to the very last area and try to get the masks there. I know, obviously, because it is a bit of a rare drop, you might be here for a minute. They go for 74,000 each, so hopefully that you guys are able to do the math and try to figure out how many you need in order to get something at least beneficial. I could sit here and do the Grim Reaper neighborhood with all of my 1,000 masks, and yes, I might not be able to get anything, but if I only were to get one, I would still be able to profit with 1,000 masks with a valuation of 88 million gems. But that would also mean that I need to do this a bunch of times, and yes, if you do the adventure section thingy, whatever the heck it's called, the neighborhood thing, you do have to spend more masks the more that you go into these neighborhoods. So instead of spending one, I'm going to be spending 2 per area. And honestly, it's probably like the same setup for the last area too. I know for myself here, it says I have to do this 20 more times. That doesn't mean 20 doors. That means I have to complete this section 20 times separately. So when I do go into a new world inside of here, it's going to count for the next one. So yes, it might be a little tedious for others, and there's a lot of people who are probably not doing this because of the Titanic currently in the game that is free to play. But realistically, wouldn't you want to invest in something that is a little bit more real for everybody inside of the game right now? For myself, I am grinding the Titanic right now because because that is the most AFK-able thing right now. Crazier is I recorded this part last night, and today, this is right now, there's 180 left of just the normal base of the actual little guy right here. Like I said before, I don't know if the golden or if the rainbow account for this specifically, but you can tell there is a lot of people who are basically getting the Titanic essentially from this event area. So if you don't feel like you're getting any good drops out of this, obviously the next best thing is the huges. So I personally would honestly just go through this maybe a few times up until maybe I would only get like 1 or 2. Definitely if I'm able to get like at least 110 times out of this and at least get 1 huge out of it, I would be really happy. Usually I look for the pink ones because the pink ones are the orbs that have the huge in it. So once that comes out, I'm like, oh my gosh, please let that be the huge pet that I'm looking for inside of the game. And I got kicked out. Okay. Because I am the genius that I am, I might have bought a little too many for myself. I just recently got out of surgery, so I can't sit here all day actually just using all of these 1,500 masks. So unfortunately, I am gonna have to go out and probably sell these or figure out how I'm going to give away a majority of these away, or essentially just bucket up and go open up doors and hopefully maybe I am able to get a huge pet out of the new neighborhoods event. But for today, I have a question for you all. What do you think you have a higher chance of getting in the game? And yes, I know it's a bit of a rhetorical question because we are looking at pets in the game that you can get, which are honestly not even in the millions, they're in the thousands, versus the Titanic, which is around 500 million or more. So, which one do you think realistically you're able to get before Halloween is over this Saturday? But while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and give away some huge pets because that's what I forgot to do the last video. I forgot to give away some pets in my last video, so yeah, we gotta do that right now. So congratulations to Way Too Dangerous, and we'll go ahead and pick another pet here in a second. And all of these pets are actually from my recent video where I basically opened up the chests with all of those keys that I opened up the last 2 weeks ago, I believe. Oh wait, when did I get a huge abomination? Oh my gosh, I just realized that right now. I just got a golden huge abominations. All right, and the next person here, congrats. Dude, I don't even remember getting a huge abomination thing. I'm not even gonna lie. I get a huge abomination, but I end up getting no Titanic. Congrats. All right, I think that was 4, wasn't it? Okay, I think I sent over 4 huges. I'm not 100% sure. So we have 2 days before Halloween starts. Everybody stay safe and enjoy your Halloween, whether you are staying home, giving out candy, or if you're going out and exploring and trick-or-treating. Until then, hopefully I'll have a new video for the next upcoming update for you guys, and until then, I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye everyone!